All right, guys, welcome back. We are back on Profusion. Now, I had a commenter on one of my last videos saying that I should probably ask permission to video this, and I have requested permission. I just haven't got a response back yet, probably because it's Thanksgiving, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there watching as well. But in the meantime, we are going to continue on what we were doing. So last time we were working on the quests to get our 1.5s. Now, granted, we had a few quests that we did while we were gone, and I got this item here, which is 95 damage, 32 delay, SK and Paladin only weapon. But I did get the 2.0. Now, the next quest that we have to do is actually in the west wing of Temple of Veeshan. Now, we're doing this for the Dragon-Infused Hero Stone. This is a charm, offers insane haste and insane mana regen. Now, this is the charm we have now, so you can just kind of see the difference. AC is the same, but look at the intense increase in mana regen, up from 100 to 600. Obviously, you're going to have a little bit more of your resists, a little bit more HP, and of course the 20% haste increase. I don't know if you can go over 200% haste here, so realistically that's probably going to be null and void at some point. But that is where we are right now. We are going to be heading into Temple of Veeshan. Now, I'll be honest, I hit a wall there, a pretty big wall actually, where I was not able to go any further because I kept getting absolutely smoke checked. Now, that was before I got mercs. So I did not realize, I thought whenever somebody said get your bots out, I thought that meant like your other two characters, because that's just like what I assumed it was. But what we are going to be doing now is rolling in here with two mercs that are going to be DPS mercs, one cleric, and of course I've got my guys set, well, hopefully set up to where they'll be fine doing this. So one gnome rogue and one, it should be a frog. Where's the frog? Okay, so let's go ahead and look. We should have a frog with us. Let's see. Where is the frog? So I'm not 100% sure where the frog is, to be honest with you. But we are going to try this anyways. Maybe the frog will just pop in a second, because it looks like it's open there. But either way, we will have additional DPS. So the gear here is insane. I got very lucky getting some gear on the first few things I fought here before we went into the West Wing. And it was crazy. And when I say crazy, I mean, so that's Grimoires. This is the Tainted Energetic Plate Gauntlets. So 97 AC, 500 HP, 500 mana. I mean, absolutely just insanity. I don't know why my Merc would go straight after something else. We're going to go ahead and try to get aggro on this. But this is big. I mean, obviously, Temple of Veeshan. I thought that this was like, man, I'm getting into some pretty hard stuff. No, apparently this is still like face roll easy stuff. So we really haven't hit anything difficult yet, which makes me wonder again just what the difficulty curve is going to be on here, because I think this stuff is hard, but apparently this stuff is absolutely not hard. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I still think it's going to be a lot of fun. I had a chance after I posted some things to the Reddit, the EverQuest Reddit, to talk to some people that have indeed played this as well, and say they're having a lot of fun. And a lot of these that I've talked to are much farther than I am as far as progression goes. So I have a feeling that we're about to be in for a lot of fun. So we got some rogue gear. We've got Two things is shaman gear. You know, I've noticed that I keep getting gear for both my other characters without absolutely any regard for my main character. So I've already got that one. So we'll go ahead and pop this guy. See how I'm missing a lot of gear on this guy? Like, what is refined? Enchanter? Okay. Definitely want to get this, though. I don't even... wristbands on this guy. Absolutely crazy. All right, back to the dude in charge. I did find out some additional tips and tricks, I guess you'd want to call it, for running MultiQuest E3. So I may end up making like a small introductory video, just kind of going over a few of the things that I have learned. I tried to watch a few videos on how to set this stuff up. Jeez, it's like they're talking in some crazy language, like hieroglyphics or something. Like, I guess that they think that they're talking to people that already have like a deep understanding of it. Because I just couldn't follow along. And I don't necessarily think that like I am the most, you know, the sharpest tool in the shed or anything, but I feel like I can typically follow along on things if they're, you know, at least properly explained. And I think that these people were doing a great job trying to explain it. I think that it's just it's a lot to explain and a lot to understand. So I'm going to try to kind of go into this, like, you know, those old books that are like how to do things for idiots or whatever, or for dummies, because that's how I need it explained to me. So I'm going to try to explain it like that, hopefully for others that have huge issues doing this, and kind of move from there. So I'm not noticing like just a massive difference, to be honest with you, in power with the additional rogue here. I mean, I know that kind of sounds weird probably. You'd think that it would be a crazy difference. But I already have those. I do. But yeah, I'm not noticing just a massive difference. I did hear that you need to get around 1,000 AAs. So I've got 300 total on my shaman and 700 on my rogue, and I've got more on the rogue than I do the SK. Okay, cool. Well, you can see where my loyalties lie. Definitely wanted DPS. So coming into here, though, we need to kill 3 things. Now, I was able to get Gosram. Very excited about that, because Gosram took me a while to get down. But this guy, Linden Niara, the Keeper, and Tel Korinar, they were just too much. A lot too much, to be honest. So I need to figure out how I can get these guys down with the healing. Now, a lot of that did come from the fact that it seemed like my shaman ran out of mana, like, extremely quickly, which is another reason why I'm very, very excited for the extra 500 mana per second, or not per second, but per tick on the regeneration part. Look at that. I think I have yeah, I've got this one on this. So are these the exact same? No, mine has corrupted flesh. So I'm not using that right now. Why am I not using that? What is it and how do I use it? Corrupts the flesh in a horrific manner, sometimes draining the life of those who dare attack you. What? Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to put that on as well. Okay, so it gives me a boost. Okay, 15-minute cooldown, though, and it gives me like a 2-minute timer thing. Okay, so I'll know that next time. Don't use it until you get into battle, but... So I'm seeing PetSmart hit a ton, but I'm not seeing Texadoozle hit quite as much. So maybe they don't have like the AAs or whatever on these bots or whatever you want to call them, the mercs that the others do. So I am missing, actually, I'm missing PetSmart's merc. That's who I'm missing. So we'll suspend. No, I'm not. It said What is Licolo? Is that supposed to be like a... Okay, let's just... Oh my gosh, I deleted that. I ended up moving that one too. Okay, let's just get these guys back in here fresh. And then in about a minute, we'll go ahead and pull up the additional mercs, see if it fixes them. It's cleric, druid. All right, point of no return. Oh, and the frog. If you walk through here, the frog is not tall enough to get out of it. So you've got to try to go around these, or have to like pop over to the frog and actually like manually jump. All right, let's see. Let's go. But no, I'm having a blast on here. So if I know that MultiQuest or whatever can kind of like be kind of a turn on, you know. Like I know that a lot of people are like, man, I'll never use MultiQuest. I've actually seen that in a few of the comments, man. I would love to try that, but I won't do it because of MultiQuest. One guy said something like, you know, players with real talent or something can box without MultiQuest. I think everyone can box without MultiQuest. I think that it's just a pain to do, and you know, I don't think that's the flex that you think it is, you know, in a sense. Like I know that it probably sounds cool or whatever, but I don't think anyone thinks that you're like super duper talented because you can box without MultiQuest. I think that's just something that people have done for years and years without it. But I definitely... Oh, Licolo was one of my mercs. For some reason, it was just bugged out. So we should be dealing out even more damage now. But I would go as far as to say, like, MultiQuest in itself probably isn't all that enticing to a lot of people just because of the fact that it seems a little cheaty, to be real. I can definitely see why people don't want it on their servers that are not based around, you know, boxing multiple characters, because it does have some stuff on there that would make it extremely cheaty, such as being able to see everything on the map and all kinds of stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it allows me to one touch, you know, like one button control all of my characters, which I find extremely useful in the event that, you know, I'm in these situations that are good. He did also mention in the comment that no matter how good a player you are boxing, MultiQuest will be more efficient. You know, at the end of the day, yeah, I agree with you. And I can tell you right now that that would probably be something that you probably didn't like to admit, especially if you played for years and years boxing or whatever else it is. Now people can match your skill or whatever with a program. But yeah, I don't think it's really a competition at this point. We've all played this game 8 billion years. We're just trying to do it the most efficient way possible at this point. Corrupted. Oh, I thought for sure that was... We must be plagued. That's what it is. Yeah, I mean, we're just trying to enjoy the game at the most simplistic way possible because we've all completed this content before. Whether it be in a raid or whether it be, you know, with friends or every Friday at 7 for months, you know, or whatever it may be. So this kind of does simplistic, you know, simplistic stuff for you instead of having to feel like you've got to continuously do that. So let's go over to this guy. This guy has got some gloves. So these are my old gloves, 40 AC and 145, 145. So 78, 500 is huge. So this area alone may be something that we need to farm more if for some reason I can't take out these dragons that kept smoke checking me the other day. Because that... Okay, so we didn't go Gosram actually. We'll go do Gosram just in case because you guys didn't get to see it. But we may end up farming here a little bit more just to get like full sets of this gear, because this gear is game... Oh boy, I didn't see that guy right around the corner. I guess I should have. All right, so you're going to see the straight pounding damage that this dude puts out. He was absolutely wrecking me the other day. And you really need to work on being able to get... Okay, so both of the mercs are toast. Both of the mercs are absolute toast. Well, he's still fighting, even though he's a corpse, which is strange. Actually, that one's still fighting, which is also strange. Still doing damage as a corpse. Maybe that... I don't know. This server's got some stuff to it that makes it easier for certain situations, so maybe that's supposed to be the case. Like maybe they die too easy, so this was the way for them to balance that. But that's something, I mean, I couldn't tell you. It kind of seems like it's cheaty to... I'll tell you what, it's definitely going down faster than it was the other day. This fight took me a long time. And I was like burning my combat abilities and everything. The books. You know, though, I wasn't using the shield. I wonder if that makes like just an absolutely crazy difference having the shield on. The shield I've got here is old in terms of I got it like a couple of zones ago, so I'm sure that there's like better stuff now. But it's 100 AC and Furious Bash. So I mean it's a pretty good shield, I think. And the one-handed slashing I've got is on par with my Epic 2.0, which I'll be real honest with you, that made me sad. Because the Epic 2.0 was kind of like a huge pain to get. But you had to, I feel like it was the one, you had to beat Vox and get a piece. You had to beat Nagafin and get a piece. And then you had to beat the fabled King Exorb and get a piece. Well, that all in itself doesn't sound that difficult, but you've got to do it for each character, so you've got to kind of like do it like multiple times. I can't imagine that people are running like 12 boxes. That'd be crazy. I'm doing all 12 times, but I mean, it just took a while to get, and then of course you got to run through and clear all the way through Permafrost, then run through clear all the way through Soulby, and you didn't really have to clear much in the Valley of Zorb or whatever. He doesn't really have anything there that's challenging, but all right, dude, look at all this. All right, I don't have a caller, actually. Of course it's not. Ball of Sunlight, 48 damage, 19 delay. Okay. Well, I don't have a monk or beast, so. Transient Bow of Badassery is what it looks like. We'll use that for sure on this guy. Take all of the additional AC I can get and HP and stuff. Oh dang, improved parry block 5 when worn. And increases the range of death spells. Okay, that's kind of cool. So this is another range. 57 AC versus 55. But this has purity and the block. So I'm gonna keep the bow because of that. Cleric. Wand of the Black Dragon Eye. Bracelet of Protect. So you'll see these were like true drops back in the day, and that's why it looks like, man, that looks like it sucks, but it probably didn't suck. It's just that it looks like it sucks in comparison to this other stuff. Unopenable box. 50 weight. Well, there's obviously something in there. But I don't know if I need that or not, so we're just going to go and take it. So that is the first guy. Now, granted, that was not a pushover by any means. Got a lot of HP. And yes, I know I am a noob and don't have the maps downloaded yet, but I do see all the creatures that are on the map. And I can see that Lindy and Air are down here, so we're going to keep running through. And this is just the west wing. I think that this is the easiest wing. I think that the difficult wings are the additional. Yeah, they're just following along as corpses, which kind of makes me wonder: are they invincible now? Like, can they not be killed now? Oh, yep, there he goes. He's down there, so I'm gonna have to pop him out of that, jump him out of that. So as much as I really, really like the frogs, I probably won't make one again as like a secondary character for this, just because they are so small, height-wise, that they do need additional help, like getting up certain things. Like I won't make a gnome or, you know, anything like that that has to have additional help getting up things. So this is shrouded. This would be the rogue version, what we just had. This is this power ring right here. Oh, no, it's not. It's a different one. This is for SK as well. Combined signet ring is lore. So we're going to go ahead and use this. You know, I already have one. No, I don't. Liar. Lies. Okay, so we'll just loot it on... We'll just loot it on this guy. So he's going to get the chest anyways. And he's going to get the ring. I don't have that, so pretty cool ring. You might be able to combine that or something is what it looks like. Let's keep going this way. See, all of these are obviously going to be things I need to farm just to make sure I got a full set of this gear, because it could make a difference having the full set. Now, if you get just absolutely annihilated on something, you could, I mean, if you've been playing EverQuest for a while, you kind of know the difference. Like, oh man, a couple more pieces of gear and I probably could have had that fight. Or this was such a grueling ass kicking that, you know, it's like, dude, another pair of arms and legs aren't going to do it for me on this one. I feel like the next boss that we're going to do, it could be down to a few pieces of gear. But the other one that I tried, that's not a few pieces of gear. That's going to be just some straight grinding AAs and things like that. And the AAs I can grind at this point are going to be mainly like the resistance AAs and like the small stuff, because they do kind of block you on some of the progressionary things. Like you've got like hard blocks, like burst of power has, you know, it's an 800 limit there. So like, for example, I went down here and got Veteran's Wrath. Well, at level 71, I can get another version, but boom, 600 AAs. So I don't know if later on you're getting AAs in such a plethora that 600 seems reasonable. Or if it adjusts once you get to level 71. I'm not sure. I don't know why you'd need 2 gates on it. 71 should be enough. Or if you just get that many more AAs later on that you're just flying through them. I don't know why you would make the numbers that much difference, to be honest. Like, I don't know why you would need to say that you need 600 of them, but I have no idea. Later on, you could just be blasting through this stuff as it gets harder and harder. And I'm just going to say it just because, like, I feel like I have to. Nobody put THJ on the radar other than THJ. Just for the record. It wasn't a YouTuber. It wasn't somebody that makes videos in their pastime as like a little fan hobby. They're like, because dude, I am probably the most unsocial person in real life you could ever possibly run into. I don't want to talk to you in real life. You know, I want to get into the store, get my stuff or whatever it may be. I'm a little different when it comes down to like online things. Like, dude, you want to shoot me a message on Discord all day long? I want to talk to you. But I'm just not that guy that's like, hey, let's go have a long conversation at the store because I want to catch up or whatever. It's just not what I want to do. It's never been what I want to do. So I mean, but realistically, THJ got shut down because they monetized the crap out of an IP that they stole. And that's what it is. And saying that all the other servers do it, stole the IP, I 100% agree with you. Every emu out there has taken the IP of someone else's work and are using it for the benefit of their players, because, you know, some of us just don't want to play live EQ, and that is what it is. Now, that's not to say that some of us wouldn't go back to live EQ in a heartbeat if they would make a server that we wanted to play. I went back, for example, whenever they came out with, I think it was Mischief. I think Mischief was the one that I really enjoyed playing. And I did the little, you know, the monthly thing, and I played it, and I really enjoyed it. And that's it. That's it. I really had a fun time. And when it got to the point whenever I wasn't having a fun time anymore, I unsubscribed and I moved on, and I was waiting for their next little thing. But to say that it's one thing's fault or whatever else it is that it's crazy to me, the gymnastics that people will actually do to make it everyone else's fault, but the people running the server that monetized the crap out of it. They knew what they were doing, and I feel like they went into it knowing what they were doing. And I don't know if it was just like one of those things where they're like, hey, how much money can we make before we get shut down? I don't know if it was that. I don't know the owners. I know I've watched some of the like the little fire circle talks and things like that. They seem like really passionate guys, and they seem like they loved EverQuest and that kind of stuff. They didn't seem to have anything just off with them or anything like that. They seem like really nice people. Dodge? Yes. Let's put it in our new earring that we probably won't replace for a while. But yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, I don't think that there's any way that they didn't know that what was coming was coming. I mean, I feel like they went into that server knowing what was coming was coming. That's it. But it just, I don't know why, but it frustrates me to have that, like, the criminal is the one that needs to get the sympathy, like, whole attitude or whatever else. Like, it's just not, it's not the right way to look at stuff. Like, Daybreak has done a lot wrong. Like, pretty much every single TLP they've done in the past couple of years has been wrong, to be honest. Their blatant overlooking of the just crazy activity that goes on with the chrono farmers and the real money trades and blah, that's crazy too. That's how they make their money, though. So they, in their mind, they can't crack down on it because they would lose money. And then I guess, you know, rob Peter to pay Paul thing, you know, they're allowing the people that make the game shitty stay, while their decision to not do anything about it is pushing the people that would come back and play away. So, I mean, I don't know. Okay, just making sure I already had that helmet. All right, so this is Lindaniera the Keeper. This is who I had trouble with last night. I was going to video it. I kind of rushed in here before I did and ended up getting absolutely murked. And then I lost motivation. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try it again with the additional mercs that we've got. And Aquarium, you need to sit. I don't know why he's not sitting. He is supposed to meditate. But hopefully with full mana on the Shaman and the 2 additional rogue mercs, we'll do some at least enough damage to where we don't end up getting smoked over here. And again, if you did not see it, this is for a dragon-infused hero stone. So this is for the charm that's going to make mana regen way better for my shaman. People have told me just to go ahead and get rid of the shaman, because later on, like, nothing, you can't land any spells on anything. But I don't know. They might be right. Jaguar seems like a good spell no matter what, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping that I'm not doing something wrong by keeping the shaman and putting time and effort into it instead of, see, my God. He doesn't have anything to dispel. I mean, there's nothing I can really do additional here. Just a ton of damage. Now, I will say that the DPS this time is much better. So if I can just hold him off, we'll burn Soul Shield here. Just gonna try to keep doing my tap. Oh yeah, we've got this tap too, if it'll land. So you can see Aquarium, the mana. I mean, like we're burning through 25% of our mana already. He's healing the crap out of me, and I've got the equivalent AAs in that shaman to be able to heal me. Well, I just, for some reason, it's just not keeping up. And I think that's because, realistically, I think Shaman was designed to heal around slow. And whenever I can't slow these big bosses like this, I think I just need the Cleric. And I could always drop one of the Rogue Mercs for an additional Cleric Merc. And we'll see if that's the game here. See, I think I'm going to win, actually. Ooh, see, whenever I got both these life taps on cooldown, though, and I see my life going down, I'm like, ugh. Just waiting for the Cleric to come through and the Shaman to come through. Last time my Shaman ran out of mana. And, oh, nope. Oh, my God. And you could tell because the Cleric, it's like the big heals were there. But man, when the Shaman wasn't doing the spot heals, I went down. There was nothing I could do. See, those big heals from the Cleric are keeping me up. Oh, come on. Oh my God, 11%. No! Ah, no! Okay, so let's see if we can keep... Yeah, let's go to PetSmart. Oh, oh my God, I didn't even think about that. My Cleric... The Cleric is on the tank. Hey, good news is that the Shaman is healing... The Shaman is healing my Rogue. I did not think the Shaman was properly healing my Rogue. So that's a great thing, actually. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh wait. I don't think I got it on this guy though. Nope, I'll have to do it again. That's okay though, because that's actually really cool. So let's see if this guy, I wonder if my Shaman has a resurrection. He does. Does it like cost anything crazy or something? Take some time for recent. Oh, okay. That's cool because I didn't even know that Shaman got a red. That's really, really cool. Shaman. Cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll check this dude's loot. I guess I can't because I wasn't here when it died. Check the... What in the world? What is that? What is going on? Dude, I have no idea what's going on. Like, I don't know why my character is doing that. No idea what that is. All right, Blade of the Cursed. Oh, dang. $51.25, huh? Okay. Cleric. No. Valkyrie belt. Pretty good belt, actually. Rogue. Some of this stuff brings back some nostalgia. They're like looking at this stuff, and it's like, dude, these stats don't look anything near good whenever you're looking at the other stuff. But knowing what this stuff was before is wild. Like, this was some really good stuff. So we'll go ahead and snag this because I think it's better than... Ah, it's dodge 50. I don't think that's going to have it. No. So I'm going to stick with the dodge, actually. The rest of that was for... Let's go ahead. This guy. So Fate Stealer is 33.21, and this is 51.25. So that is going to be replacing our Epic 1.5. Boots are going to go over there. I think the rest of this stuff was crap. Okay. So we have taken down the second target, unfortunately at the cost of my tank. So we've got to figure out a way for my tank to survive this, because other than that, we should be good on that. And then as soon as I can get rid of this guy, we can start working on getting the next target, which is the big guy over there. Yeah, Telcor and R. So I'm going to kind of farm around here, kill off these things, hopefully get me some armor upgrades, and of course for the rogue and the shaman as well. And then see if we can't re-engage some of this stuff. But that's going to be it for this one, guys. I will tune you back in when I get some more gear going, and then we'll kind of move from there. But thanks for watching, and you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a great weekend. See you guys.